homicides are actually the lowest they've been in the city of Fort Worth since 1966, excuse me. That's pretty incredible. We had 45 last year. By comparison, I think there was 160 something in Dallas last year. So our homicides are down. Our violent crime is down 7% last year over the previous year. What's happening though is in this economy we're getting petty thefts. People are breaking into houses. It's a different environment because of the economy. But overall, the bad stuff is down, and that's a good thing. We reauthorized our CCPD last year, and I want to talk a little bit about that because I think that there is folks have a lot of questions about what happened with our Crime Control and Prevention District. CCPD pays for your neighborhood patrol officer, Marcus, who comes to, I assume, a lot of your meetings, pays for officers' cars, radios, things like that. It also helps support our neighborhood citizens on patrol, the neighborhood watch organizations. It was reauthorized last year. It's an assessment, part of our city sales tax that we take in. And during the course of the last legislature, the legislature made some changes to CCPDs and their ability to basically set taxes. And that was something that was worrisome to the mayor. The mayor asked, and to a lot of us, asked that we look at not eliminating CCPD, not taking away the money, not getting rid of it, but instead reconstituting the board. The board, by state law, either has to be 100% city council members or it has to be 100% not city council members. You can't have overlap. You can't have a partial city council member, elected official, and a partial citizens board. So there was a shift to it's now a city council board. It's one of our ongoing committees. In fact, we meet regularly. We function now as the CCPD, and those are open public meetings that we typically have after council meetings. And those are open to the public. You're welcome to come down to those. Our budget hasn't changed any from the prior year's budget, other than adjustments for decline in sales tax income right now. So all those programs are still going on. I've heard a lot of people say, well, you've got rid of the CCPD, you don't have it anymore, and that is not the case. It's just that the city council is now the board. All the things that the CCPD had previously funded are continuing to be funded, and that's going on. And I actually still talk to the CCPD board member who represented District 9 before every meeting, getting historical background and things like that. And he's been a great advisor as we've gone through this transition. We instituted and voted on a new dangerous dog ordinance this last year. As you know, there was a 3-year-old in North Fort Worth who was killed by a Rottweiler and mauled. And that was a wake-up call. So we've instituted a number of things. You can no longer chain your animals in the backyard. You can no longer, a number of things that allow code enforcement officers to actually, before they were not allowed to go onto the property unless that there was, they could actually see the violation. Now neighbors can report, and with cause, code officers can go onto properties, take care of these animals that oftentimes, particularly in the summertime, are chained up or don't have adequate housing, don't have adequate water, and it allows us to, if there is a threat of a dangerous animal, that is to move in more quickly than what we legally were able to do beforehand. So that's something I'm very happy that we passed. On the topic of animals, we also just opened a new City of Fort Worth adoption center at the PetSmart on Interstate 20 at Hewlin. It is the first of its kind in the country. The PetSmart has never had a co-located government-run pet adoption center, and they had those Banfield animal clinics in their stores, a number of which closed. We are leasing that space for $1 a year, and we've moved into that space. In the course of the 5 weeks that it's been open, we had a soft opening for a week, and we've had then another 3 weeks that it has been open. For the first time in 30-something years, we've had not one, but 4 successive weeks that there hasn't been a single euthanization since the opening of this. We have not had to put down a single adoptable animal in the course of the last 4 weeks, and there's never been a week that that's happened in the last 30 years. That's pretty amazing. So go out there. It's $25 to adopt an animal. I mean, it's a great thing. Go check it out. Buy some dog food from PetSmart. Thank them for what they're doing, because they actually contributed quite a bit to retrofit the old Banfield Animal Hospital to make it available to us, and they did that without charging us a dime. Through private donations, we've pulled in enough money to staff it for 18 months, and we'll continue to try to pull in the money to do the staffing of that through private donations. Bill Baker, who lives on the west side and is a businessman downtown, gave a significant amount of money, basically over a year's worth of startup cost, and so we're quite appreciative of that, and so go utilize that. If you feel a little lonely in your life and need some companionship, go adopt a dog. We have a very aggressive homelessness program. Directions Home is a program that the mayor initiated a couple of years ago. In the last year, we've seen the number of people in homelessness decline more than 10%, and we are the only major city in America that's been the case in the course of this economy. Everywhere else in America, the number of homeless is going up. Fort Worth is pretty much the only place that it's gone down more than 10%. So that is something for us as a city to be proud of, that we've addressed this. This is a social issue, and it's an issue that we need to take on. It impacts us financially too. It's not just a social issue. It impacts the businesses that are downtown. It impacts the number of hours that our police department is using to deal with some of the people who are homeless. It addresses mental health issues and getting some of the folks into the kind of services that they really need to actually stay off the streets, and it's been a great success, and all of you should also be very, very proud of that too.